you make a 20 to 25 minute nostalgic meal vegan. Hey y'all, hey, welcome to the Holistic Kitchen. I'm Simone and you are now in the Simone Zone. We have another delicious meal sponsored by Sumi Colors. If you have never experienced affordable luxury, let me introduce you to such. Today, we are making steak grilled cheese. And you know what it don't have in it. It ain't got no meat. All right? We are using lion's mane mushroom. What you know about that? Okay? Lion's mane is so good for your cognitive function. Now, you know when you eat a burger for real and you be having the itis afterwards, you're tired, you can't function. This is gonna do the opposite. It's gonna awaken your mind just a little bit. There's no mucus going in your body. It's just a little bit of mental clarity that comes with each bite. These are the seasonings that you're going to need. Garlic and onion, always paprika smashed in the middle, that's my girl. Little salt, little pepper. You know I love me this vegan Worcestershire sauce, or also known as Worcestershire. It does not have anchovies in it, okay? It's delicious. And then a little bit of liquid smoke. It's gonna kick that flavor up to a whole different level. Better than bouillon. This is for you. This one's for you. For our grilled cheese. This is the bread that we're using. Pan Italiano, okay? It's soft in the middle, has a little razzle dazzle on the outside. We're gonna fuck around and find out today. Country Crock. Again, this is not sponsored yet by anybody but Sumi Colors. The cheeses that we're using, follow your heart. And I told you I'm gonna do it every time. I want some smoked Gouda. Cheddar shreds, also by Follow Your Heart. And I like Follow Your Heart because it melts very good. So we gonna see, okay? Sometimes you gotta melt it a little bit first and then toss it in the skillet. For the potatoes, we have already had our potatoes soaking in warm water. We've had our potatoes soaking in water with some salt to pull that starch out. We're gonna strain these, pat them dry, toss them in some oil and some seasonings with this chimichurri sauce. It's gonna be so good. I'm gonna pat these potatoes dry in the bowl. And then I'm just gonna slide the paper towel from up under it when we get done. And this is just gonna give it a nice little crisp. When you pull that starch out, they just hit a little bit different. I have them soaking for about 30 minutes. That may or may not be too long, but that is my business. And we're gonna see how they come out. Now our potatoes are pretty much dry. You know, they look delicious already. I love potatoes. Fun fact, I actually used to eat potatoes raw when I was younger. That explains a lot about why I act the way I act now, but we won't really get into that this time. Just understand I used to eat them wholes like apples. But we don't judge here. Olive oil can get really hot without tasting crazy. I also like avocado oil, but olive is probably my favorite. Get some good oil in here. I'm gonna coat these very well. And then I'm going to season them. I only add a little bit of salt up front because I like to salt mine at the end to have that little crisp. Like you can taste the salt on the top of them. It hit a little different. Saltiness is not flavor and vice versa. So you can have hella onion and hella garlic and hella pepper and not have to worry about your cholesterol. I'm gonna put a little bit of this pre-made chimichurri in here. I don't want it to burn. And I can toss them at the end as well. But just to give it a little razzle dazzle to cook inside. We're gonna mix these up and we're gonna check on them after about 20 minutes, maybe 15, depending on how hot your oven get. I got it on 425. So I'll say after about 15 minutes, I'm gonna check on mine to see what they looking like. Mixing. Look at that. Don't these look flavorful as hell already? Now I've got a lot of juice in here. And I'm a very much no waste kind of girl. So I'm just gonna use this because I didn't use that much chimichurri. You can eat these with breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack. I'm high right now, let me have a little something. Y'all be wondering, how does this bitch get thick from plants? Well, I eat potatoes by the pound, right? I'm also give y'all a recipe to my Get Thick Quick Shake. Don't even worry about it, I got you. For everybody who's trying to get thick before the summer, we got a few months. We got a few months to get right. Once I start going to the gym, it's over with. I don't know for who. Probably my anxiety, but all right, let's get these in the oven and we're gonna set the timer for about 15 minutes and then check on them, toss them, mix them back up, okay? Okay. Now it is time for our lion's mane. If you've never used lion's mane, it's a very meaty mushroom. And the thing that people typically don't like about mushrooms is their texture and their distinct flavor. These right here, I mean, first of all, they're cute as hell. Look at that. But like I said, they adopt flavor very well. And the only thing you have to do is cook the moisture out of them the right way. So because we're doing steak, we're gonna shred them up. I'm gonna start by cutting them and then breaking them into smaller pieces. Now, if you're seeing this and thinking, damn, I can make that tomorrow. Don't worry about it, Mookie, let me show you. Instead of putting yours in a bowl, use this Ziploc. Buzz that Ziploc down and season it and marinate it overnight. Oh my God. It's gonna be so flavorful. So we're gonna just start by chopping this up into little pieces. And it doesn't have to be neat and orderly because like I said, we're gonna do steak shreds to make the bite smaller. I noticed when I cook lion's mane in smaller pieces, it typically comes out a lot better. It seems like it doesn't retain as much moisture when I do it in small bites. And when you think, I don't know how small to cut this shit. Well, what kind of bite do you want to take? I want some nice little easy bites. I need a steak in every bite, but I don't have to work too hard. I don't want to have to work too hard. So for a sandwich, I'm gonna make them a little bit smaller. We're just gonna keep rolling. Bow, bow, bow. This that booty meat. Or whatever Sexy Red said. And again, they're gonna cook down because when you cook lion's mane, you press the moisture out of them in the skillet. You see how the moisture starts coming out right there? As you cook it, the moisture releases and you just keep pressing it down. If you want, you can marinate it for a good 30 minutes. I can't explain it other than it's very soft and fluffy, but it just doesn't taste like normal mushrooms. I know a lot of people have trauma with mushrooms, but open up your mind and open up your palate. If you stopped dating after the first person fucked you over, would you like ever know how good it could get? No. You have to try new things. And I'm trying to show you some things that might align with you. I'm trying to meet you where you're at. So now we go together, okay? And I have your best interest at heart. If you're not allergic, try it in different ways. I know people who don't like broccoli until they had roasted broccoli seasoned to perfection. And then you know it's good for you too. Everything you eat don't always have to taste good. It can though, especially when you get used to taking care of yourself and loving on yourself in a different way. It starts to taste good. I used to want to vomit at an avocado, and now I will eat an avocado raw and might not even need no salt and pepper. We're gonna start with the better than bouillon because if we get this in first, then we can just use the spoon for the rest of it versus washing it back and forth and back and forth or dirtying up another one for no reason. You don't want to use too much better than bouillon because it will get salty very fast. Again, this is a bouillon base. This is not just regular seasoning. We are all about distributing the wealth, so we just want to make sure that every piece has a little bit of something, okay? And we'll continue to mix it some more. We're gonna add a little bit of liquid smoke. Not too fucking much, not too much. We're gonna toss in our Worcestershire sauce. This is what gives it that good steak flavor. Now we're gonna season it with a little bit of salt. A little garlic powder. I wish I could smell this. And when you make yours, just come back and comment and let me know how good it smells and how good it tastes, okay? As if you was, never mind, I ain't gonna say that. But just, if you know about the Pixie Potion, you know. If you know about the dick oil, you know. Let me know how it smells and let me know how it tastes. Throw in that paprika. And we can get generous. Mix it quick. And our potatoes are about ready to be flipped and dipped as well. So this is gonna go in the skillet and our potatoes are gonna come out. But let's check on our potatoes first because we don't want them to burn or nothing like that, right? With Worcestershire sauce, you don't want to add too much because it's not colorful in here. Remember, lion's mane does absorb moisture. So give it a chance. I just feel like mine could use a little bit more. We're gonna cook it down though. I wanna add just a little bit of olive oil in here instead of just in the skillet because I don't want it to brown too fast. I want it to have a little bit of juiciness. A little drizzle. Yes. One more good mix in. All right, let's put this to the side while we check on these potatoes. Do you hear them talking to you? What are they saying to you? You want me? Okay, I got something for you. We're gonna give them a little turn. Can you see the crisp forming on the top? It's gonna have that crisp on top and be soft and delicious on the inside. So we're gonna toss them once more. And we're gonna check on them in another 10 minutes. You don't wanna do another full 15 because I have my temperature really high. I'm not doing it slow and steady, baby. I'm on go mode tonight. Look at the brownie on that one, that's hot. Yeah, I'm excited about you. I'm gonna shake it down again. Shake it down. You don't have to do this like me. You could just use your utensil. Let's put them back in for another 10. So let's just scoop this in. It's on medium heat. Just get it all in there real quick. Now, when I was telling you, you have to press lion's mane. So if you have a metal spatula, you can just press it. Or if you have something that you like to put in your skillet, you can also do that. I usually just press mine with my hands. Like that. But because this is gonna go in a sandwich, I'm not worried about pressing it too much. I usually just do that when I'm trying to make a lion's mane chicken, or if I have thicker pieces. I'll give it about 3-4 minutes and then I'm gonna toss it and turn it over. We don't want them stacked in this one because we want them to start browning. And then we only have about 2 more minutes on our potatoes too. Let's get these potatoes. Oh, they got a nice little golden crisp. Now, if you want, you can toss a little bit more chimichurri on it. Our steak is brown. We're gonna take this and we're gonna layer it on top of this beautiful bread that I already got prepped for you. We're gonna add just a little bit more of this chimichurri, and again, it is vegan, okay? It kind of makes me think of pesto. Somebody was asking me about pesto not being vegan. I'm like, absolutely no, it's not vegan at all. It's like, what do you put in there? They were asking me, what do they put in there to make it not vegan? Baby, cheese. Cheese. Now, you can get vegan pesto, but you're going to have to pay that tax up front if you don't want that in your body. So just mix that chimichurri in here. Do you see the crisp on these? They're going to rest for a little bit, and we're going to put our sandwich together. You ready? I'm ready to eat. Now, I've already preheated our cheese because I know everybody has an issue with vegan cheese melting. So I ain't gonna tell you, but I'm gonna tell you, I put mine in the microwave and I melted it now. This is our vegan steak. And now this is where you taste test it to see if you wanna add anything else. All right, so let's taste a piece. That's bomb, but I'm gonna add me a little bit more seasoning, a little Worcestershire sauce, okay? Because I wanted to give steak, so we can add a little bit more. Get it juicy. These are my favorite. Tony's and Cavender's. So I'm gonna add the Tony's to the bread. Just a little bit, not too much, a little kick. I'm gonna add the Cavender's to the steak. A little bit of salt. Let's mix this up and see. Now, I kind of want to see if there's a couple pieces I can shred up a little bit. Now, You see how it is white on the inside? Yeah, but it's still juicy and flavorful. Let's mix it up. We're gonna shred it and then mix it up. If you want, you can do this in the beginning, okay? You don't have to be like me, okay? And it looks like chicken in the middle right now. When you mix, you put some of that sauce on it. When you're cooking plant-based, experimenting is okay because it's gonna be different than what you're used to. And not like that, but people say that cooking vegan is too much when they don't even cook. Damn. So learning a different way to do things that is more beneficial to you typically is worth it, unless you don't feel like it is. And that's not my business to tell you that you are when you don't feel like it. If you wanted to do cubes, you could have done cubes too. Look at it like, yeah. Let's scoop this on the bread. You see. Look. And we're gonna cheese both sides because I don't like no skimpy sandwich. I told you we live in abundance. And especially because this has no dairy in it. Look at that. Gonna take our bread, lay it on top. Okay. Now I've had my butter already browning. We're gonna stick this in the skillet. You ready? It's going. I have it on low because I don't want it to cook on the outside quicker than it cooks on the inside. And we're just gonna smush it down. We're just gonna smash it a little bit more to make sure that it melts down in there. And if anything falls out, you could just stick it back in there. And then if you don't know how long, give it like 2 minutes on one side. You can check on it. And then we can just double it back towards the end. So we want to get the butter from the other side of the pot. Baby, quit playing with me. Quit playing with her. Now that we can see this cheese is melted and she's ready for me, look at her. Look at the details. Get into it. Get into it. Get into it. If you want a quick crisp, you can spray with the olive oil spray, flip it back over and flip it again. So that's what I'm gonna do. I see that it's done on the inside and I want her to brown real good. Flip it, dip it. Whoa. Come on. And then we have a little good cheese crust on the edge. Let me get up out your way. Do you like that? Does it turn you on? And I like to pick what side I like best to look at when I make a sandwich or a pancake, because you know sometimes one side be prettier than the other. And that is how you make a 20-minute grilled cheese with steak, no steak. And if you want to add a little extra green vegetable, you can do a Caesar salad on the side. I want to feel my nostalgia and I want to feel the weight of the potatoes on my body. So let's cut it open. First of all, you know we gotta do it. Listen to that. All right, let's get into it. Oh, wow. I mean, she's spilling, she's jumping. Look at that. It's hot, but I'm gonna take a bite. Y'all ready? Oh my God. Get back in there. Okay, cool. Look, hold on. I mean, this is ridiculous. Say you wouldn't eat that. Hold on. I mean, but look at this though. One more bite. I was calling me. You know, grilled cheese used to be thought of as a snack, but we see here clearly that it's an entire meal. There's a little bit of cheese on my chimichurri potato. Look at the excellence. Divine. Baby, this is amazing. This is a full meal. This ain't your regular grilled cheese. It's a cool grilled cheese. Okay, look. I need some privacy. When you try this grilled cheese, you need to let me know how good it was. And if there's something else you want to see me veganize, drop it in the comments, like it, share it with somebody. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Simone's Holistic Kitchen. I cannot wait to see you soon.